Today, we journey to Latvia, a land of whispers, where half the country is covered in ancient emerald forests and the air smells of wild pine and blooming linden trees. Here, time moves to the beat of folk songs and the gentle lapping of waves against white quartz sand. Over the next hour, we will explore 200 peaceful facts about this beautiful land. From the gold of the north found on its shores to the quiet magic of the summer solstice, let us find rest in the serene and steady heart of Latvia. The Emerald Heart, over 50% of Latvia, is covered in forests. It is one of the greenest countries in Europe, providing a vast, silent sanctuary where the trees outnumber the people and the air is always fresh and cool. The Baltic gold, Latvia is famous for its amber. For thousands of years, pieces of fossilized tree resin have washed up on the shores of the Baltic Sea, glowing like tiny, trapped suns against the gray sand. The white sand silence. Unlike the rocky shores of many northern countries, the Latvian coastline is made of fine, soft, white quartz sand. Walking along the beach at Jamala feels like stepping on velvet, with only the sound of the wind for company. The power of the Danes. Latvia has one of the largest collections of traditional folk songs in the world, called Danes. There are over 1.2 million of them, short, poetic verses about nature, family, and the quiet beauty of daily life. The midsummer magic. The most important holiday is Yoni, summer solstice. Latvians head to the countryside to stay awake all night, wearing crowns of oak leaves and wildflowers, waiting in silence for the first light of the morning sun. The Song Festival. Every 5 years, tens of thousands of singers gather in a massive outdoor choir. The sound of thousands of voices harmonizing in the open air is a profound, vibrating experience that connects the past to the present. The Blue Lake Land. The region of Latgale is known as the Land of Blue Lakes. With over 2,000 lakes nestled between rolling hills, it is a place of absolute water stillness and reflection. The Art Nouveau capital, Riga, the capital city, has the highest concentration of Art Nouveau architecture in the world. The buildings are covered in stone flowers, goddesses, and mythical creatures, turning a city walk into a silent gallery of art. The Stork's Nest. Latvia has one of the highest densities of black storks and white storks in Europe. Seeing a massive nest perched atop a telephone pole or an old chimney is a common sight, a symbol of family and home. The Ventas Rumba. Latvia is home to the widest waterfall in Europe. The Ventas Rumba is 249 meters wide but very shallow. The sound is not a roar, but a gentle, wide-reaching murmur as the water slides over the limestone. The linden tree scent. In July, the linden trees bloom across the country. Their sweet, honey-like fragrance fills the air of the towns and villages, a natural aromatherapy that signals the height of summer. The bread tradition, rye bread, rupchmais, is sacred in Latvia. It is dense, dark, and slightly sweet. It is traditional to never put a loaf of bread upside down on the table, a sign of respect for the labor and the earth that provided it. The ancient Livonian coast. Along the northern shore lives the history of the Livonians, one of the smallest ethnic groups in the world. Their culture is tied to the sea, and their villages are quiet places where the old language still echoes in the wind. The Gauja Valley, known as Latvian Switzerland, the Gauja National Park features ancient sandstone cliffs and deep river valleys. It is a place of prehistoric silence, where the river winds slowly through dense woods of birch and spruce. The mushrooming ritual. Every autumn, Latvians head into the woods with baskets. Searching for chanterelles and porcini mushrooms is a national pastime, a quiet, focused hunt that requires patience and a deep knowledge of the forest floor. The amber strings, the kokol, is a traditional Latvian string instrument. Its sound is soft and ethereal, similar to a harp or a zither, designed to be played in small, quiet rooms or by an evening campfire. The Tereda Castle. Looking out from the red brick tower of Tereda Castle, you see nothing but a sea of green trees for miles. It is one of the most peaceful views in the Baltics, where nature has reclaimed the landscape of old battles. The purity of water. Latvia is rich in natural springs. In many places, people still go to specific forest springs to collect living water, believing that the Earth's own filtration provides a strength that bottled water cannot match. The slow life of Kuldiga. This small town is often called the Venice of the North. With its preserved wooden architecture and slow-moving river, it is a place where time seems to have paused in the 18th century. The spirit of Mias. The Latvian word for peace is Mias. It describes not just the absence of war, but a state of being, a quiet, internal balance that comes from living in harmony with the natural world. The whispering pines. Roughly half of Latvia's forests are made of pine trees. These forests are open and airy, with tall, straight trunks that allow the sunlight to filter down to the floor, creating a cathedral-like atmosphere of light and shadow. The king of the forest, the European elk, moose, is the largest animal in the Latvian woods. Despite their size, they are incredibly stealthy, moving through thick brush with a ghostly silence, often only revealed by the snap of a single twig. The ancient oaks. To Latvians, the oak tree is a symbol of masculine strength and endurance. Many ancient oaks are protected as great trees, some having stood for over 500 years, acting as silent witnesses to the country's long history. A haven for lynx. The Eurasian lynx, a shy and solitary cat with tufted ears, thrives in the dense Latvian thickets. They are masters of the still hunt, sitting motionless for hours in the snowy undergrowth, a perfect embodiment of patience. The soft carpet of moss. The forest floor is often covered in a thick layer of Pleurozium shrubbery, red-stemmed feather moss. It acts as a natural acoustic dampener, absorbing the sound of footsteps and making the forest feel like a private, padded room. The black stork sanctuary. While white storks live near humans, the rare black stork hides in the deepest, most undisturbed parts of the Latvian forest. Their presence is a biological indicator of true, untouched wilderness and peace. The blueberries of July. In midsummer, the forest floor turns a dusty blue. Foraging for wild blueberries is a quiet, rhythmic labor. The only sound is the plink of berries hitting the bottom of a wooden basket. The dancing cranes. In the marshy edges of the forest, common cranes gather in the spring and autumn. Their trumpeting calls carry for miles through the crisp air, a hauntingly beautiful sound that signals the changing of the seasons. The resin scent. On warm summer days, the pine and spruce trees release a heavy, sweet resin. This scent is naturally rich in phytoncides, which are believed to lower stress and boost the human immune system simply by breathing them in. The beavers' engineering. Latvia has a massive population of European beavers. Their dams create quiet ponds and wetlands, turning rushing streams into still, mirror-like pools that reflect the surrounding birches. The ghostly birch groves. Birch trees are the light of the Latvian forest. Their white bark stands out in the twilight, creating a luminous, ethereal glow that has inspired countless Latvian poems and folk songs. The winter sleep. Many Latvian forest animals, like the hazel dormouse, spend the long winter in a state of deep torpor. This seasonal quieting of the forest allows the landscape to rest and regenerate under a thick blanket of snow. The wild orchids, hidden in the damp meadows near the forest edge, you can find the lady's slipper orchid. It is a rare, delicate jewel that requires absolute environmental purity to bloom, a silent prize for the patient wanderer. The wolves of the night. Wolves still roam the Latvian borderlands. They are rarely seen by humans, living in tight-knit family groups that communicate through low, melodic howls that harmonize with the winter wind. The woodpecker's drum. In the stillness of a spring morning, the rhythmic tap-tap-tap of a great spotted woodpecker is often the only heartbeat of the woods, a steady, natural percussion that echoes through the hollow trees. The sacred groves. Historically, Latvians worshipped nature in sacred groves rather than buildings. This ancient respect remains today, as many people still feel a spiritual sense of peace, when standing under a canopy of old-growth trees. The fireweeds bloom. When a clearing opens in the forest, fireweed, Chimerian angustifolium, is the first to arrive, painting the landscape in a sea of bright purple. It is a silent healer of the earth, stabilizing the soil after a storm or a fallen tree. The hedgehog's path. Common in both forests and gardens, the northern white-breasted hedgehog is a beloved local. Their quiet rustling in the evening leaves is a familiar, comforting sound of the Latvian twilight. The owl's watch. The Ural owl, with its large, dark eyes and pale plumage, is a silent guardian of the Latvian night. Their feathers are designed for silent flight, allowing them to glide through the trees without making a single sound. The interconnectedness. The Latvian forest is a giant, living network where the roots and fungi, the wood wide web, communicate in silence. It reminds us that peace is not just about being alone, but about being part of a quiet, supportive system. The Pirts ritual. The Latvian sauna, or Pirts, is more than just a hot room, it is a spiritual cleansing. It involves a slow process of heating the body, followed by a rhythmic beating with bundles of leafy twigs called slotinas, which releases a deep, herbal aroma. The power of the slotinas. These bundles are made from various trees, birch for energy, oak for strength, or linden for a sweet, calming effect. The sound of the leaves hitting the skin is a soft, rhythmic patter that lulls the mind into a trance-like state. The herbal tea cabinet. Every traditional Latvian home has a collection of dried herbs gathered from the meadows. Whether it's peppermint for relaxation or yarrow for health, the act of brewing a slow cup of tea is the standard Latvian remedy for a busy mind. The Latvian mittens. Latvian mittens are famous for their complex, geometric patterns. Each region has its own symbols, often featuring signs of the sun, stars, or God, designed to provide spiritual protection as well as warmth for the wearer's hands. The wooden spoon. Woodworking is a cherished skill. In many homes, you will find spoons and bowls carved from apple or plum wood. These items feel warm to the touch and carry a faint scent of the forest, making every meal feel grounded in nature. The bread's blessing. When a new loaf of rye bread is brought to the table, it is traditional to make the sign of the cross over the crust with the edge of the hand. This silent gesture of gratitude honors the journey from the grain to the hearth. The clay of Latgale. The eastern region of Latgale is famous for its pottery. The clay is fired in black kilns, resulting in deep, earthy colors. These pots are thick and heavy, designed to keep food warm for hours during long, winter family dinners. The art of weaving. Traditional Latvian linen is woven on large wooden looms. The repetitive clack thump of the loom is a hypnotic sound that has echoed through farmhouses for generations, turning flax into soft, durable cloth. The honey tradition. Beekeeping is a sacred art in Latvia. Honey is seen as the gold of the meadows, and it is common for families to have their own hives. The quiet hum of bees in the garden is the background music of a Latvian summer afternoon. The midsummer cheese. During the summer solstice, a special Janusius, Yoni cheese, is made with caraway seeds. Its round, yellow shape represents the sun, and eating it is a way of taking the light into the body for the coming winter. The linen sheets. Sleeping in hand-woven linen is a unique sensory experience. The fabric is cool in the summer and warm in the winter, and its slightly rough texture is said to massage the skin, leading to a deeper, more natural sleep. The attic library. Because Latvians are such avid readers, many older homes have converted attics filled with books. These quiet, wood-scented nooks are the perfect place to hide away during a rainy Baltic afternoon. The morning porridge, a traditional breakfast, often consists of grey peas or pearl barley porridge. It is a slow-cooked, hearty meal that provides a steady energy, reflecting the Latvian preference for solid and honest nourishment. The garden of berries. Almost every home outside the city has a garden with rows of red currants, black currants, and gooseberries. Picking berries in the morning dew is a quiet, solitary ritual that starts the day with a sense of abundance. The wood stove glow. Many rural homes are still heated by large, masonry stoves that reach from floor to ceiling. Once heated, the stones radiate a gentle, heavy warmth for 24 hours, creating a cozy environment that modern radiators cannot replicate. The straw ornaments. During the winter solstice, Latvians make pazuri, geometric mobiles made from straw and thread. They are hung from the ceiling and rotate slowly in the rising heat, meant to catch negative energy and bring order to the house. The silence of the evening. In the Latvian countryside, there is a concept of vakaresana, spending the evening together in quiet activities like knitting, carving, or storytelling, usually without the need for much talking. The flower crown. On festival days, women and girls weave crowns from clover, cornflowers, and daisies. Wearing these crowns is a way of literally crowning oneself with the beauty of the earth, a silent tribute to the meadow. The doorway spirits. Ancient folklore suggests that spirits guard the threshold of the home. Because of this, it is considered bad luck to shake hands or pass items over the doorstep. One must step fully inside to share a greeting. The spirit of same. This word refers to the extended family and household. It represents the idea that the home is a living organism, where everyone, from the elders to the children, contributes to the collective peace and stability. The singing sands. On the beaches of Slithery, the sand contains a high amount of quartz. When the wind is just right or you walk with a specific step, the sand produces a low, humming song, a natural phenomenon that makes the beach feel alive. The blue cows of Kurzeme. Along the Baltic coast, you might spot the rare Latvian blue cow. They have a unique, slate blue or grey coat. Legend says they emerged from the sea to graze, and their calm, stoic presence is a symbol of the coastal identity. The Cape of Kolka. This is where the Great Baltic Sea meets the waves of the Gulf of Riga. From the shore, you can see the two seas colliding in a crisscross pattern of white foam, a silent and powerful meeting of different waters. The sunken pine forests. In some areas of the coast, like Vidzeme, ancient pine stumps can be seen rising from the surf. These are remains of a forest from thousands of years ago, preserved by the salt and sand, a ghost forest that appears at low tide. The amber hunter's patience. After a storm, Latvians go amber hunting. The best time is in the early morning fog, using a long stick to sift through the sea-wrack, tangled seaweed, to find the golden glint of fossilized resin. The Oversea Lighthouse. This is the oldest functional lighthouse in Latvia. It stands on a lonely stretch of coast, its thick stone walls muffling the sound of the wind, providing a steady, rotating pulse of light that has guided sailors since 1844. The pebble mosaics, the beaches of the west coast are scattered with smooth, colorful stones, granite, quartz, and flint. Children and artists often spend hours creating temporary stone circles or mosaics on the sand, only for the tide to wash them away in a clean slate. The silence of the dunes. The Great Dune of Pavelosta is a massive wall of sand held together by hardy beach grass. Climbing to the top offers a panoramic view of the horizon where the blue of the water meets the blue of the sky in a seamless line. The coastal Buddhas. All along the shore, you can find old, weathered wooden sheds used by fishermen to store their nets. These Buddhas smell of salt, tar, and old wood, a scent that evokes a deep sense of nostalgia and seafaring history. The migrating swans. In the autumn, thousands of whooper swans gather in the coastal lagoons. Their pure white forms against the dark Baltic water look like drifting snow, and their soft, bugling calls are the soundtrack of the changing season. The luster of Jamala. Jamala is famous for its intricate wooden summer houses with stained glass windows and lace-like carvings. These buildings were designed for luster, a state of joyful relaxation and breathing in the ozone-rich sea air. The Baltic mirror. On very calm days, the Gulf of Riga becomes so still that it acts as a perfect mirror for the clouds. It is impossible to tell where the sea ends and the heavens begin, creating a feeling of floating in an infinite blue space. The shipwrecks of Irby Strait. The waters near the coast are shallow and treacherous. Many old wooden ships lie beneath the sand, now part of the seabed's ecosystem, guarded by the silent schools of Baltic herring. The sea buckthorn berries. Along the coastal dunes, bright orange sea buckthorn berries grow in thorny thickets. They are incredibly sour and packed with vitamins. Latvians call them northern lemons, a burst of energy from the salty earth. The northern lights in Latvia. While more common in the north, the aurora borealis can occasionally be seen from the Latvian coast. The dark sea provides the perfect foreground for the silent, dancing curtains of green light. The zvejnieks, fishermen, spirit. Coastal Latvians have a saying, the sea has a silver bottom but a golden edge. It reflects a deep respect for the ocean's wealth and a quiet humility before its unpredictable power. The coastal wind chimes. Many seaside homes hang chimes made from bits of driftwood and sea-polished stones. The wind creates a gentle, clinking music that mimics the sound of the receding tide. The salt mist meditation. Scientists have found that the air near the Baltic Sea is rich in negative ions and iodine. Breathing it deeply is a natural sedative, often leading to what Latvians call the deep sea sleep. The sunset over the water. Because Latvia's coast faces west, the sunsets are spectacular. The sun appears to sink directly into the sea, turning the water into a path of shimmering copper that seems to lead straight to the horizon. The spirit of the Baltic Sea is brackish, a mix of fresh and salt water. This makes it gentler than the Atlantic, a sweet sea that invites reflection and a sense of quiet, enduring calm. The goddess Lema. In Latvian myth, Lema is the goddess of fate. She is said to sit by the bedside of every newborn, weaving the thread of their life. She represents the fairness of the universe and the quiet acceptance of one's path. Dievs, the Sky Father. Unlike the thunderous gods of other cultures, the Latvian Dievs is often depicted as an old, wise farmer wearing a grey cloak and a wide-brimmed hat, walking silently through the rye fields to bless the harvest. Mara, the Earth Mother. While Dievs rules the spirit, Mara rules the material world. She is the protector of all living things, often appearing as a black beetle or a toad, reminding us that the divine is found in the smallest, humblest creatures. The oak and the linden. Folklore dictates that the oak tree is the dwelling of male spirits and the linden tree is the home of female spirits. It is still common to see people leaning against these trees in silence to recharge their internal energy. The sign of Martins. This ancient symbol looks like a stylized E or two crossed keys. It represents the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter, a time for the soul to retreat inward and find peace in the darkness. The morning star, Auseklis Auseklis, is the personification of the morning star, Venus. His symbol is an 8-pointed star, which is often knitted into blankets to protect the sleeper and ensure that they wake up with a clear and bright mind. The solar calendar. Ancient Latvians didn't use months, but 8 seasonal points based on the sun's position. This kept them in a state of constant, rhythmic awareness of the Earth's slow tilt and the changing light. The Perkins drum. Perkins is the god of thunder. However, his thunder isn't feared. It is seen as a cleansing of the air. After a storm, the silence that follows is considered the most sacred time of the day. The fern flower myth. On Midsummer's Eve, legends say the fern, which never actually blooms, produces a magical golden flower. Seeking it is a metaphor for seeking true love or hidden knowledge, a quest that requires a quiet heart. The spirit of the water, Usens is the guardian of horses and the light of spring. His arrival marks the first time horses are let out to pasture at night, a time of quiet hoofbeats and the scent of fresh grass. The moon's protection. The moon, Minus, is considered the protector of travelers at night. Ancient Latvians believed the moon's pale light provided a cooler wisdom than the sun, helping one think clearly through difficult problems. The world tree, Ostra's coke. Similar to the Norse Yggdrasil, the Latvian tree of dawn represents the order of the universe. Its roots go into the past, its trunk is the present, and its leaves reach into the future, all connected in a single, silent organism. The souls of the ancestors. Vili. Autumn is the time of the Vili. It is believed that the spirits of ancestors return to visit. Families leave a quiet place at the table and speak in hushed tones to honor those who came before them. The magic of the belt. The Leelvard belt is a woven sash containing up to 22 ancient symbols. Some believe it is a coded story of the universe that can only be understood if you look at it in a state of total meditative silence. The healing of the bee. In folklore, the bee is a sacred messenger between worlds. Killing a bee was seen as a great sin, as they represent the diligence of the soul and the sweetness that comes from quiet, honest work. The god of the hearth. Every home was believed to have a home spirit living under the stove. A small portion of every meal was left for the spirit to ensure the house remained warm and the family stayed at peace with one another. The transformation into birds. Latvian myths often tell of people turning into birds, swans, cranes, or nightingales to escape sorrow. It reflects a cultural desire to be light, free, and part of the vast, open sky. The Seven Sleepers. There is a folk belief that if it rains on the day of the Seven Sleepers, in late June, it will rain for 7 weeks. This taught Latvians to observe the subtle patterns of nature with great, patient focus. The sun's path. Saul the sun is seen as a motherly figure who drives a silk carriage across the sky. At night, she is said to wash her golden hair in the sea, which is why the ocean glows so beautifully at sunset. The unity of the universe. The core of Latvian folklore is that humans are not masters of nature, but siblings to it. This realization brings a profound sense of mias, the peace of knowing you are exactly where you belong in the great circle of life. The white silence of winter. In January, the Latvian countryside is often buried under deep, powdery snow. The world becomes monochrome, just black trees against white earth, creating a visual silence that allows the mind to rest from all distractions. The frozen Baltic. During particularly cold winters, the edges of the Gulf of Riga freeze solid. You can walk out onto the ice for hundreds of meters, looking back at the snow-covered pines from a perspective of absolute, frozen stillness. The sparkle of Sāmo. On cold, foggy mornings, a phenomenon called Sāmo, hoarfrost, coats every needle of the pine trees in delicate white crystals. The forest looks as though it has been dipped in sugar, glittering silently in the pale winter sun. The awakening of the sap. In March, as the snow begins to melt, Latvians tap the birch trees. The clear, slightly sweet birch sap, Berzu sula, is a refreshing gift from the waking earth, believed to wash away the heaviness of winter. The blue flood of spring. In the Gauja Valley, spring snowmelt often causes the rivers to overflow into the meadows. These temporary lakes reflect the budding trees and the bright blue sky, doubling the beauty of the landscape for a few short weeks. The stork's arrival. The return of the white stork in April is the official signal that spring has won. Watching a stork pair silently renovate their massive nest of sticks is a comforting rhythm of renewal for every rural village. The explosion of green. In Latvia, spring doesn't arrive slowly, it happens all at once. Within a week in May, the grey world turns into a vibrant, neon green as the birch leaves unfurl, a sensory explosion of life. The lilac haze. In late May, the town of Dobeli becomes a sea of purple. It is home to one of the largest lilac gardens in Europe. The heavy, sweet scent of thousands of blooms drifts on the breeze, a natural perfume for the soul. The white nights of June. Around the summer solstice, the sun barely dips below the horizon. The night is never truly dark, but a deep, luminous indigo that allows for midnight walks in the woods without a lamp. The golden fields of rye. By July, the central plains of Zemgale turn a shimmering gold. The sight of a vast rye field waving in the wind is a hypnotic, liquid movement that mimics the waves of the nearby sea. The cooling of the waters. There is a folk saying that after the feast of Labrensis, August 10th, a spark falls into the water. The intense heat of summer leaves the lakes, and the water becomes crisp and clear, perfect for a refreshing evening swim. The cranberry marshes. In September, the vast peat bogs turn a deep red with wild cranberries. Picking them requires walking on soft, bouncy moss, a natural trampoline that makes the harvest feel like a light, airy dance. The golden autumn. Zelta Ruden Sigulda is the capital of autumn. The maples and oaks in the river valley turn brilliant shades of copper and gold. Walking through the fallen leaves, hearing only their dry rustle, is the ultimate October meditation. The grey veil of November. November is the month of mists in Latvia. The landscape becomes soft and blurred. It is a time for staying indoors, lighting candles, and finding warmth in the indoor light of the home. The first ice on the ponds. There is a specific, musical ping sound when the first thin layer of ice forms on a pond and a pebble is dropped onto it. It is the sound of the world tightening and preparing for the big sleep. The migration of the geese. In late autumn, V-shaped formations of geese fill the sky, flying south. Their distant, rhythmic honking is a bittersweet reminder of the transience of time and the steady cycles of nature. The scent of gingerbread. As December approaches, Latvian homes fill with the scent of piparkūkas, pepper cookies. The spicy aroma of cloves, ginger, and black pepper is the scent of safety during the darkest days of the year. The winter solstice log. An ancient tradition involves dragging a wooden log around the house and then burning it. It is a symbolic way of collecting all the shadows of the past year and turning them into light and warmth for the future. The frost flowers on the window. In older Latvian houses, the cold creates intricate ice gardens on the window panes. These delicate, fern-like patterns are a reminder that nature is an artist even when it is freezing. The equilibrium of the year. Each season in Latvia lasts almost exactly 3 months. This perfect balance teaches a quiet patience, the understanding that no matter how deep the snow or how hot the sun, the next change is already on its way. The Great Choir, during the closing concert at the Mezopark's open-air stage, up to 20,000 singers stand together. When they sing in unison, the vibration is so powerful it can be felt in the chest of every listener, a collective heartbeat of sound. A UNESCO masterpiece, the tradition is so unique and culturally significant that it is recognized by UNESCO as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity, a living treasure of the world. The power of a cappella. Most Latvian choral music is sung without instruments. The human voice is considered the purest tool for expressing the soul, capable of mimicking the wind in the pines or the flow of a river. The breath of unity. Choral conductors often speak of the common breath. For thousands of people to stay in time, they must breathe as one, creating a physical sense of peace and shared purpose among strangers. The traditional dress. Tortoise. Every singer wears a costume representing their specific home region. The colors and patterns are a silent map of Latvia. Greens for the forests of Vidzeme, deep blues for the lakes of Latgale, and bright reds for the fields of Kurzeme. The crown of flowers. During the festival, the streets of Riga are filled with women wearing crowns of fresh wildflowers. The scent of clover, cornflowers, and jasmine follows the crowds like a moving meadow. The singing revolution. Latvia regained its independence in the early 1990s partly through song. Instead of weapons, people used the power of their traditional melodies to stand against injustice, proving that peace is more powerful than force. The kokel's lullaby. The kokel, a traditional zither, is the heart of Latvian folk music. Its hollow wooden body and wire strings produce a sound like falling raindrops on a still pond, designed to lead the listener into a state of quiet reflection. The geometric dance. In the folk dance performances, thousands of dancers move in sync to create massive, shifting ancient symbols on the floor. From above, it looks like a giant, moving tapestry of Latvian history. The echo in the forest. The Mezopark stage is built inside a pine forest. The trees themselves act as a natural acoustic buffer, softening the sound and grounding the music in the earth. The Gaismas Pils, Palace of Light. This is one of the most famous choral songs. It tells of a legendary palace that sank into a lake to protect the light of wisdom, only to rise again when the people sang together, a metaphor for the resilience of the soul. The silver brooch, Sakta. Every traditional costume is fastened with a silver sakta. These circular brooches symbolize the sun. As the singers move, thousands of silver glints catch the light, creating a sparkling field of tiny suns. The night of the fire. It is traditional to end the festivals with a giant bonfire. As the last notes of the songs fade into the night air, the crackling of the wood becomes the final, rhythmic applause. The language of birds. Many Latvian folk songs mimic the sounds of nature. You can hear the cuckoo of the woods or the whistle of the oriole hidden in the melodies, a tribute to the forest companions. The silence after the song. There is a specific, heavy silence that falls over a crowd of thousands right after a beautiful song ends. It is a moment of pure mias, peace, where everyone is connected by what they just heard. The continuity of generations. You will often see 3 generations, grandparents, parents, and children, singing in the same choir. This creates a ribbon of time that makes the ancient songs feel forever young. The sacredness of the verse. The Danas, folk songs, are usually very short, often only 4 lines. This brevity forces the mind to focus on a single, beautiful image, like a dewdrop on a blade of grass, creating a meditative effect. The healing frequency. Modern studies suggest that group singing releases oxytocin and reduces cortisol. For Latvians, the festival is a national healing session that restores the spirit after years of hardship. The weaving of sound. The arrangements often involve drone singing, where one group holds a single, low note while others weave a melody over it. This creates a solid, grounding foundation of sound. The spirit of Put, Virginie. This song about the wind is the unofficial national anthem of the festival. When the entire stadium stands to sing it, the air itself seems to vibrate with a gentle, morning beauty that transitions into a feeling of hope. The red walls of Tereda. Tereda Castle, built in 1214, is known as the Garden of God. Its striking red brick walls contrast beautifully against the deep green Gauja Valley, standing as a silent sentinel over the winding river below. The Rose of Tereda. Near the castle lies a simple memorial to Maya, the Rose of Tereda. Her story of tragic love and faithfulness is Latvia's most famous legend, a quiet reminder that the strength of the heart outlasts the strength of stone. The medieval heart of Cesis. Cesis is perhaps the most Latvian of towns. Its castle ruins are unique because visitors are given candlelit lanterns to explore the dark, winding staircases and damp dungeons in a state of flickering, atmospheric silence. The ghost of Jelgava Palace, the largest Baroque-style palace in the Baltics. Jelgava Palace was designed by the famous architect Rastrelli. It sits on an island between two rivers, appearing like a grand, silent ship anchored in the reeds. The secret Soviet bunker. Deep beneath the rehab center in Ligatny lies a once top-secret bunker built for the political elite during the Cold War. It remains perfectly preserved, a silent, underground time capsule of a different era. The oldest pharmacy in Riga, located in the Old Town, this pharmacy has been serving the city since the 14th century. The interior smells of dried lavender and ancient wood, a quiet sanctuary where medicine and history meet. The Blue City of Latgale, Ludza is the oldest city in Latvia. Its hilltop castle ruins offer a view of 5 different lakes, creating a sense of water peace that has remained unchanged for nearly 850 years. The steeple of St. Peter's. The spire of St. Peter's Church in Riga has been destroyed and rebuilt many times. It is a symbol of the city's resilience, a tall, silent finger pointing toward the Baltic sky. The Swedish Gate. This is the only remaining gate of the original Riga city wall. Legend says it was built by a merchant to bypass taxes. Today, walking through its narrow archway feels like a quiet portal into the 17th century. The Castle of Bauska, located where 2 rivers meet to form a third, this castle features a unique mix of a medieval fortress and a Renaissance palace. The sound of the merging waters creates a constant, natural white noise around the ruins. The Rundale Palace Gardens, often called the Versailles of the Baltics, the palace is surrounded by a massive rose garden. In early July, thousands of roses bloom in silence, their scent heavy in the humid afternoon air. The narrowest street, Rosina Isla in Old Riga, is so narrow you can touch the walls on both sides with your outstretched arms. It is a place of cool shadows and muffled footsteps, hidden away from the city's bustle. The wooden architecture of Eganskons. This neighborhood in Riga is famous for its 19th century wooden houses. They are painted in soft pastels and surrounded by old gardens, offering a village-like peace within the capital city. The Fortress of Daugavils. This massive 19th century fortification is a city within a city. Its wide, empty parade grounds and thick stone bastions create an atmosphere of heavy, historical stillness. The Cat House legend, one of Riga's most famous buildings, features two arched cats on its roof. Legend says a wealthy merchant placed them there to scoff at the great guild across the street, a silent, architectural joke that has lasted a century. The ruins of Cockneys, once a mighty castle on a hill, it now sits right at the water's edge due to a dam built in the 1960s. The sight of the stone walls reflecting in the deep, dark water of the Daugavava is hauntingly beautiful. The Blackheads' house, this ornate building, was the meeting place for unmarried German merchants. Its vibrant facade is covered in astronomical clocks and statues, a loud architectural statement that stands in a quiet, cobblestone square. The Three Brothers, these are the oldest dwelling houses in Riga, built in the 15th, 16th, and 17th centuries. They lean against each other like weary friends, showing the slow, graceful evolution of Latvian masonry. The castle of Ventspils, the Livonian order castle here, is one of the oldest box-type castles. It has been meticulously restored and now serves as a museum where the thick walls provide a cool, silent refuge from the sea wind. The spirit of Senatni, this is the Latvian word for ancient times. It isn't just a history lesson, it's a feeling you get when standing in a 1,000-year-old hillfort, realizing that the wind blowing through your hair is the same wind that blew through the hair of the ancients. The sacred rye bread, rupchmais, is more than bread, it is a national symbol. Dark, dense, and naturally leavened, it is often baked on a bed of maple leaves. Its sour-sweet aroma is the first thing many Latvians miss when they travel abroad. The second bread, in Latvia, potatoes are affectionately called second bread. At the end of summer, entire families head to the countryside for the Kartupeļu Torka, potato harvest, a day of communal labor followed by a feast of potatoes roasted in campfire ashes. The mother of bees, Latvians don't see the bee as just an insect, but as a little sister. The queen bee is often called the mother of bees, and it is traditional to knock gently on the hive to wake the bees in the spring or tell them important family news. The grey pea comfort, Latvia's national dish, is pelēki zirni spīki, grey peas with fried bacon and onions. These large, earthy peas were historically a winter staple because they are incredibly nourishing, designed to keep a person warm through a Baltic blizzard. The midsummer cheese, Jāņu sijas this round, golden cheese, is flavored with caraway seeds. Its shape and color represent the sun. Eating it during the summer solstice is a ritual meant to bring light and fertility to the household. The chanterelle hunt. Come August, the forests are dotted with the bright yellow caps of chanterelles. Foraging for them is a national sport. The quiet focus of scanning the mossy ground is a form of active meditation for thousands of people. The birch sap spring. Before the leaves appear, birch trees are tapped for their sap, berzu sula. This clear, refreshing water is the first taste of spring, cool, slightly sweet, and packed with the energy of the waking tree. The hemp butter secret, a traditional Latvian delicacy, is knepķu, butter mixed with toasted, crushed hemp seeds. It has a deep, nutty, and savory flavor, and when spread on dark rye bread, it is the ultimate rustic comfort food. The wild strawberry memory. Wild strawberries, mezzozimines, are tiny but possess an incredibly intense flavor. Finding a secret patch in a forest clearing is considered a stroke of pure luck, a small, red gift from the summer spirits. The dill obsession. Dill is the unofficial king of Latvian herbs. It is sprinkled on almost everything: potatoes, fish, soups, and salads. Its fresh, green scent is the definitive aroma of a Latvian kitchen. The cold beet soup, augsta zupa on hot summer days, Latvians eat a vibrant, bright pink soup made from beets, kefir, cucumbers, and eggs. Its shocking color and refreshing temperature make it a visual and sensory delight. The smoked fish of the coast. Walking along the Baltic shore, you will often smell the sweet scent of alderwood smoke. Fishermen smoke flounder and mackerel in small, backyard smokehouses, a tradition that has remained unchanged for centuries. The layered rye dessert, Rupmaises kartojums, is a beautiful dessert made of grated rye bread, whipped cream, and tart cranberry jam. It represents the perfect Latvian balance of textures: crunchy, soft, sweet, and sour. The sklandrausis tart. This ancient Livonian pastry is a small tart with a rye flour crust, filled with sweetened layers of mashed potatoes and carrots. It was the first Latvian food to be granted the EU Traditional Speciality Guaranteed status. The forest tea ritual. Instead of store-bought tea, many Latvians drink metzoteja, forest tea. It is a blend of whatever is in season: dried peppermint, linden blossoms, raspberry leaves, or heather, each bringing the peace of the woods into a warm cup. The honey and garlic remedy. In winter, a common folk remedy is a spoonful of honey mixed with crushed garlic. It is a powerful, stinging sweet tonic that reflects the Latvian belief in the healing power of simple, raw ingredients. The rye bread soup. Maises zupa is a thick, sweet soup made from boiled rye bread, dried fruits, and spices, served cold with a dollop of whipped cream. It is a humble way to ensure that not a single crumb of bread is ever wasted. The sea buckthorn glow. These bright orange berries grow on the coast. They are incredibly tart and rich in vitamin C. Latvians turn them into golden syrups and oils that are said to capture the energy of the autumn sun. The spirit of sameness. This word means the lady of the house or the master cook. To be a sameness is to have the wisdom to turn the simple gifts of the garden and forest into a feast that nourishes the body and the soul. The thanksgiving for the meal. A quiet Latvian tradition is to say paldies zeme, thank you to the earth, after a particularly good meal. It acknowledges that every bite is a loan from the nature that surrounds them. The stone faces of Alberta Isla. Riga's Art Nouveau district features buildings adorned with screaming masks, serene goddesses, and mythical sphinxes. These stone figures were designed to reflect the inner emotions of the human soul, frozen in a silent, architectural drama. The blue cows in art. The rare blue cow of Kurzeme has become a symbol of the Latvian imagination. It appears in paintings and stories as a creature of mystery, representing the thin veil between reality and the ancient myths of the sea. The Lielvārdu patterns. The intricate patterns on Latvian sashes are so complex that some mathematicians believe they contain binary codes or cosmic maps. To look at them is to see a visual rhythm that mimics the heartbeat of the earth. The poetry of the Zidona rooms. Imants Zidonis, one of Latvia's most beloved poets, wrote epiphanies, short, prose-like poems that find magic in everyday things like a crust of bread or a drop of rain. His work is the literary equivalent of a slow, mindful walk. The amber mosaics. Latvian artists often use sea gold, amber, not just for jewelry, but to create shimmering mosaics. Because no two pieces of amber are the same, these works have a natural, organic vibration that feels alive. The silence of the National Library. Known as the Castle of Light, the National Library of Latvia is a mountain of glass and steel. Inside, the People's Bookshelf holds thousands of books donated by citizens, a silent monument to the country's love for the written word. The natural dyes of textiles. Traditional Latvian weavers still use berries, bark, and moss to dye their wool. This creates soft, dusty colors, moss greens, lichen grays, and berry reds that allow the clothes to blend perfectly with the forest. The cinematic light. Latvian cinematography is famous for its use of northern light, a soft, diffused, and slightly melancholy light that makes every frame look like a painting by the old masters. The sculptures of the Vigante Park. Throughout Latvia, you will find parks filled with large wooden sculptures depicting characters from folk songs. These wooden giants sit in the grass, slowly weathering and returning to the earth they represent. The language of flowers in embroidery. In Latvian needlework, a cornflower represents heaven, a poppy represents the sun, and a daisy represents the purity of the soul. A simple tablecloth is often a silent prayer for the home. The Rainist philosophy. The poet Rainist famously wrote, "Pastāvs, kas parvatizes, that which changes, will endure." This paradoxical wisdom helps Latvians find peace in the inevitable transitions of life. The black ceramics of Latgale. This pottery is fired in smoke kilns with no oxygen, turning the clay a deep, metallic black. The result is a pot that looks like it was forged from the very shadows of the earth. The rhythm of the loom. The traditional hand loom requires a total coordination of hands and feet. Weavers often describe the process as a form of moving meditation where the mind empties as the fabric fills. The minimalist wood design. Modern Latvian designers are world-renowned for their minimalist wood furniture. They focus on the grain and the scent of the wood, bringing the soul of the tree into modern apartments. The painted shutters of Latgale. In the eastern villages, wooden houses often have intricately painted blue or white shutters. They are the eyes of the house, designed to welcome the morning light with a sense of joy. The music of the stars. Some Latvian composers, like Petrus Vasks, create music that mimics the vast, open spaces of the Latvian plains. His compositions often end in a high, vanishing violin note, representing the spirit flying into the stars. The sand art of the coast. In summer, artists create massive, temporary labyrinths on the wide beaches of Ventspils. These paths are designed for walking in silence, providing a literal path to inner peace before the tide arrives. The art of the talker. In Latvia, communal work, a talker, is considered an art form. Whether it's cleaning a park or harvesting potatoes, the goal is to find saskana, a harmonious flow between people and the land. The white linen of the soul. White linen is worn during life's most sacred moments, births, weddings, and festivals. It represents a blank slate, a pure and peaceful beginning for the spirit. The spirit of Majub. This is the Latvian word for homeward. We end our journey with this feeling, the quiet, warm pull of returning to a place where you are known, where the trees recognize you, and where the air is full of peace. We have reached the end of our journey through the amber shores and emerald forests of Latvia. We have heard the songs of 1,000 voices and felt the ancient peace of the Perts. I hope these 200 facts have acted like a gentle linden tea for your mind, soothing your thoughts and preparing you for a deep, natural rest. If you found comfort in the blue lake land today, please like this video and share your favorite fact in the comments. To join us as we continue to explore the world's quietest corners, please subscribe to our community. Now, Let the image of a white birch grove at twilight be the last thing in your mind. Feel the cool Baltic breeze carry away your worries. Take one more slow, deep breath and drift away into the stillness. Pal dies. Good night and sleep well.